The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, has collaborated with 3Sixty Global Solutions and Tautomer to fast-track the commercialization of CSIR technologies. 3Sixty Global Solutions is a group also that is a part of Numsa Investment, and the agreement will pave the way for investment in research and development to enable the organizations to respond to challenges faced by industry and society and thus contribute to economic growth, thereby boosting job creation in the country. For more of this, we joined by 3Sixty GSG Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Khandani Msibi. Thank you very much for coming, sir.
Thank you very much, Colin.
What was the need for this collaboration?
I think the collaboration stems from our strategic shift from being largely a financial services group to becoming a global solutions, which has to do a lot with finding problems in society and in the world and coming up with novel solutions for those problems. And for us, one of the key areas was a biotechnology, which is pharmaceuticals and energy. And we came across the CSIR through one of our partner, Tautomer, who has been doing some work with the CSIR in the area of cannabis medicine. And we then decided to form a much broader relationship with the CSIR, whereby we were made aware of the technologies, technological platforms that the CSIR has developed that we thought are actually aligned properly with our strategy.
Since this kind of research is going to be a collaboration that is more institutional,
yes,
how is it going to accelerate the strategies of the pharmaceutical and scientific investments?
Yeah. If you remember, the CSIR is a state institution, right, whose role is to develop scientific solutions for South Africa. It's focused on the research and development. We're a commercial entity, and the CSIR does the research and the development, and we participate in the funding of specific research and development certain products, and then we get the first right of refusal to commercialize those products.
So given that, South Africa is at the height of rolling out its new strategy on industrial development, at the moment the area of pharmaceuticals is really understandable, but then when you're talking about cannabis, for example, what about other sectors of medicinal practices that are specialized, that you would need to focus your attention for a country like South Africa that is having challenges on debilitating diseases such as cancer, HIV research, and so forth?
The collaboration goes beyond cannabis. It's just an example in terms of what the CSIR has been doing with Tautomer. The CSIR has a nanotechnology platform, right, which can be used to reformulate existing drugs and make them much more water soluble and therefore much more absorptive to the body. So our first project that we have in a pharmaceutical is the redevelopment of treatment for malaria, which is not so much of a big problem for South Africa, but certainly Limpopo, but the rest of the continent has a big malaria problem. And we're also looking at TB, which is the number one killer in the country, diabetes, which is the number two killer in the country, and the reformulation of certain ARVs and cancer drugs using that CSIR technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now looking at this job creation possibility that you're envisaging, the kind of skills development in the country in as far as skills and innovation, is something really, really very concerning. So then how do you intend, uplifting the state of technological innovations and investment into research based on the kind of feeder programs from academia and, like TVET colleges and
yes,
medicinal institutions, the kind of training that exists in the country? Is it really going to fit hand in glove with the kind of access to the work market for
yes,
the people that you're trying to develop?
I don't know if there's a country like ours where you have unemployed engineers and technicians, right? I think where we lack as a country is not in having the skilled people who can bring into specific work environments. What we lack are opportunities for these people to practice their craft, because we understand that you get educated at the university, but you only get the skill by doing, right? And with the CSIR, we're now creating a platform. And by the way, the CSIR is not just talking to us. There's opportunities to collaborate with the CSIR is available to a lot of companies. In fact, we would encourage a lot of black businesses to look into the phenomenal technologies that the CSIR has, because we've just picked up a few. There's hundreds of technological platforms that the CSIR has, a number of products that they have. I mean, they have developed the first 3D printer in the world that can print up to 2 meter length to 1 meter width. So there's a lot of technologies that the CSIR has, and on Friday they have an open day where they've invited entrepreneurs to come and see what the CSIR is capable of. We also are not just pharmaceuticals with them. We have a biocatalysis project with them. We also have an energy storage program with the CSIR. So there's going to be, on our part, a number of technological platform collaborations, but there's so much in the CSIR that I believe that can actually help our country resolve its contribute towards resolving our unemployment.
How much are we looking at?
We want to be investing at least 50 million rands per annum and increasing exponentially. As we take products to market, we'll have more money to invest. But that's our commitment to work with the CSIR.
All right, 50 million rand it is. All right,
15 million rands per annum.
15 million rand per annum.
And then increasing.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, 3Sixty GSG Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Khandani Msibi, speaking to us right here on SA Today. This is Market Sense. Let's take a break.